Hey guys, welcome back to our Willem's Adventures video, and today we'll be preparing the ground, putting the foam risers, and putting down the full track to test it before we glue everything and plaster everything together. So first we're gonna paint it brown, so like if we have any spots that are not covered by like buildings or anything, it will just look like dirt. So I use a roller to do this, and the white part is the foam. And it took us one small bottle to do the whole thing. Next, we're gonna be using the risers that we showed you in another video, in a past video. First thing to do is put the riser under the track. That way we know the shape that the riser has to be before gluing it. Then you can move the riser into the position that you want it, and when you're happy with it, you put weight on top of it so it doesn't move. I'm using pickles because there's not a lot else that was heavy in our fridge. So now the first piece is in, so we're gonna put the second piece in the corner. And again, we put some weight so it doesn't move. So now we're gonna do the same thing but with glue because we're happy with how it looks. Okay, so now I put glue on the back of the riser, and now we have to flip it over. It's gonna make a bit of a mess, but it doesn't matter because when the glue dries, it will not appear. It's not gonna be that visible. So now that we've put the glue on the riser, we put the track back on top to make sure the riser glues in the right shape. And then we put the weight on top again. This is the mess, but don't worry, it will dry out and you won't see it. So now we fast forward, and now you can see that we've done all the foam corners. And now there's weight on them so they can stick into place. While it's drying, my dad went into the garage and shaved the foam into what looks like rocks. I don't recommend kids to do this because it's very dangerous. And always make sure that you clean up your mess. This is the next day, and now that the foam is in place, now we can put all the track together and double check that our train is actually going to work on the track. So as you see here, the train got stuck in one spot, and so we knew that we had to fix something. So now we fixed it, and now the train can do the whole Shinkansen line. Here are some close-ups when they drive by. So next was to test the bridge in the inside track. It failed the first times, but we eventually got it to work. So we went both directions to be sure. So this is what the end product will look like a bit. So there's only 2 lines, even though it looks like there's 3. And that's pretty much our whole track. So there's the bridge. There's gonna be a tunnel and 2 stations. Well, actually 3, because there's gonna be one big one on Tokyo. Okay. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take the tracks off to plaster the foam without making a mess and damaging the tracks. We're gonna write the tracks down so we know like where it goes when we're back. Like, let's say like R222-45 goes close to the edge, like something like that. So there's actually going to be a program on our computer to keep it organized. So this program is called SCARM. It's free and I'll put the link in the description. So to know where the tracks go, we're going to write down lines to show where they are while we're taking them off so we don't plaster over it. So like for example, there. So now when we're doing the plaster and gluing, we know not to get too close to these lines because those are where the tracks will be. Okay, so I just want to unbox this really quickly. So after all, we're going to put this in the Osaka Station. And for the Tokyo Station, we decided that the station looks way better up there than down there. We have not opened this before, guys. Here's a moment of truth. Okay, guys. Oh, those are pretty nice. Nice, realistic.